Last 3 games, the Leafs have 5 points. Small stretch of good hockey, or Bruce, does something feel different about these Maple Leafs?
Well, you know what? Confidence is a huge thing, and I think once they got that first win, even though it was sloppy, it moves into the second win, and I think even for the most part in the Detroit game, they played really, really well. So I mean, I think the one thing I saw of them is they've got more energy. Okay, they're not playing sort of laissez-faire where, you know, I mean, let's take time to make a play. Let's come off the ice hard. Let's go on the ice hard. It's almost like they had a real big meeting and said, okay, now the season starts. We got to get our act together. And they look like they're playing with a lot more energy now. And I think if they said, okay, if they can change one guy, whether it be a coach or a player, now, hey, it's for sure they can trade it or change anybody. So if we want, if we want to be in Toronto, we better get our act together. And I think that's the way they look to me for these last 3 games, or last 2 games anyway.
The power play seems to have clicked since the change behind the bench. Savard out, Sullivan in. Is it a small sample size, or are you seeing something different?
Well, you know what? To me, it's a really small sample size, but I'll tell you the difference what I see. In the first power play that they had, that they ended up scoring on, they still looked the same way, and then all of a sudden they scored, and the confidence clicked. And, I mean, it looked like they were a different group. It's like saying, yeah, we can score. We are a pretty good group. And then the next power play was a great play from Domi to Nyes, and that was a really great goal. But they got to keep it up. The thing I thought most of all, their entries were fast. They were moving the puck around, and they attacked the net. The 3 things that you have to do if you want to have a successful power play. Can they keep it up? I certainly hope so, but I don't know. You know, time will tell whether this was a mirage or whether this was the real thing.
Well, the Leafs only have 1 game left in 2025. Feels like a good time to ask. Do you believe this team climbs back into the hunt and makes the playoffs?
Well, you know what? We've been asking this question almost for a month now, and they're only, 5 points out. I mean, anything can happen. I keep referring back to my time on the bench here, and on December 28th, actually, my last year in Anaheim, we were a 500 team. And we ended up winning the division by a mile. They've still got 40-plus games to play. Of course they can make the playoffs. All they have to do is put a little bit of a streak together. Look at Buffalo. They're putting 8 together. 3 weeks ago, everybody thought they were the worst team in sports. Now they're saying, can they be stopped? So, of course, the Leafs can make the playoffs. A little bit of confidence, a little bit of really good goaltending, and they can put a streak together just like Buffalo did, and they'll be right in the hunt. The Atlantic Division is for anyone, and whoever gets hot at the right time and can stay hot the longest is going to win that division.
You said it. Anything is possible. The good news is Toronto's only a couple points out of a playoff spot. The bad news, they're still second last in the East with 7 teams between them and that final wild card spot.